Hello and welcome, I'm Zunaira Saieed. After an engaging power talk session with CIMB Group Chairman Datuk Seri Nazir Razak, he did an exclusive interview with me and shared his views on Malaysia's economy and the ringgit in these challenging times. However, he also expects that the ringgit would weaken slightly due to the anticipation of further US rate hikes.
The ringgit, right, will be a function of oil prices, US interest rates, and the renminbi, right? Those are the key drivers of the ringgit. I somewhat expected the strengthening of the ringgit because I always felt that the ringgit had overshot, had over-depreciated. But going forwards, the anticipation is that US interest rates will eventually go up, that renminbi may have to weaken given the accent on growth that China has announced recently in its 5-year plan. So to me, the bias is for maybe some slight weakening of the ringgit going forwards. But, expectations change, markets go up and down. But the Malaysian economy has to cater for a much more difficult global economic environment. I think overall, if you look at a more medium-term scale, the world has to work through generally slower economic environment driven by a high debt situation, and as a result of this, you're going to get slower growth. But also within that, I think we're seeing changing dynamics in China, and changing dynamics of US growth, both of which are translating to a slower export sector. So if you see the decline in the ringgit hasn't quite translated into the sharp increase in exports that one would have expected. And similarly, oil prices don't look as if they're going to jump to the levels that we had been accustomed to in recent times. So you add all that up, I think we have to be prepared for a period of relatively slower growth. But the Malaysian economy is well diversified. And therefore, when I talk about a relatively slow growth, we're still talking about growth north of 4%, which is very respectable, if you like. And I think, personally, I think we should take this opportunity to, make important structural reforms of the economy, because, the world is increasingly very, very competitive. So we have to be more efficient. We have to focus on the right sectors in order to propel Malaysia in the future. Malaysia actually has a robust banking sector. I think, we learned a lot of hard lessons during the Asian financial crisis. So you look at capital, you look at underwriting standards, etc. You look at the information available for us to assess credit, etc. Is pretty advanced. So I don't think that a slowdown in the economy is going to translate into the kind of high NPLs that we saw in the past. But nevertheless, you're going to get softening of revenues and some NPLs, which have to be offset with the right strategies, the right cost management, etc. It's very important to me that my successor is successful. And certainly I'm trying to give him as much support as I can, and I'm trying to make sure that I stay out the way when I'm not required, so that he can be the leader of the firm. I'm involved in the board decision making, not management decision making, and I think we have a slightly different balance to what we had when I was CEO, but a much more effective balance between the board and management now.